For a lot of families, Memorial Day weekend is a time of reflection to think about those lost in the line of duty. And the stories of those who died are passed down from generation to generation. Our Evan Kosloff introduces us to one Virginia man who's made it his mission to make sure his ancestor gets the recognition he deserves.
When I was flying over Afghanistan, you could say I connected with the fate of my dad's cousin. And I realized how much of his story had been just washed away through time and how little remained.
Retired Marine Corps officer Michael Parkin was 25,000 feet in the air when he found himself thinking about his long-lost relative. Alfred J. Parkin was flying a bomber in World War II when the plane went down.
The idea that doing something that matters and then disappearing when worse comes to worse and being forgotten, just sort of a child's nightmare, being lost in the dark.
You see, Alfred's plane has never been recovered because Alfred did not serve in the U.S. military. The 26-year-old from the Bronx was one of the thousands of Americans that crossed the border into Canada, eager to fight Hitler, even as the U.S. stayed neutral.
There's somebody doing something horrible in Europe, and he's threatening everything. All at once, a young man has a chance to fly, he has a chance to make a difference, and he has a chance to do something he thinks might be right. So he does it.
Soon enough, he was flying missions in Europe. On November 25, 1942, he got into his bomber for the last time.
He was piloting a lone bomber that was picked off by Germany's highest scoring ace in the Netherlands. He fought back, he and his crew, for upwards of 20 to 30 minutes before being downed where no one could see them. And the squadron didn't know what happened to him. They just knew he never came back.
Parkin says that best estimates show about 1,000 Americans died or went missing while serving for another army in World War II.
These photos are from the spring or summer of 1942.
Now he's made it his mission to get them recognition.
This is a case of someone whose story deserves to be told, and it's not being told. And the longer we go without telling it, the harder it gets.
And this effort has reached the halls of Congress.
Our country has not recognized them for their service.
Virginia Representative Abigail Spanberger heard Parkin's story at an event in Fredericksburg and has since sponsored a bill that would give these veterans the Congressional Gold Medal.
By awarding the Congressional Gold Medal to these selfless Americans, we're making sure that future generations can be inspired by their heroism.
But Parkin says that this is just the start. German records show roughly where Alfred's plane might be, right off the coast of the Netherlands. And he's hopeful that one day they can find that plane and bring Alfred home.
What would it mean to you to bring your long-lost relative home?
Everything. Everything. I want him back from the unknown.
Now that Congressional Gold Medal bill is currently sitting in committee. It was co-sponsored by Mississippi Republican Trent Kelly, and Spanberger tells me that she's hopeful that they're going to get bipartisan support, in part because of the estimated 12,000 Americans who served in another uniform. There are service members from each and every state in the Union. For WWII 9, I'm Evan Kosloff.